Hi heathens! Today's video is my October 2023 BoxyCharm by Ipsy. I am reshaved. I do have a scab. We're not going to talk about it. This is my second time trying to film this intro because I realized once I started filming before, I don't know where my knife is that I use to cut open packages, and so I couldn't get into it. So I had to go find something to snip it open. So for those of you who do not know, BoxyCharm and Ipsy combined. So the BoxyCharm by Ipsy is like the mid-tier monthly beauty subscription, and you get 5 full-size items. They pick 2, and then you have the choice to pick the remaining 3 along with add-ons. I did not get any add-ons this month, but I made my choice picks, so I do know everything that's coming in here. I have to say, this isn't a box that I've been the most excited for because the options were just kind of meh, but I'm not upset about anything I'm getting, if that makes sense. So, without further ado, we're going to get on into it. There is some things in here that I would like to try on, so let's see. So, kind of sneak peek, not really. So, we've got... That looks like a very, very sad box, to be honest. But, alright, so we've got our little pamphlet. The month's theme, of course, is Glamoween. And then, what does it have in here? It just talks about some of October's power picks, holiday plans, etc. So let's get on into it. So first thing first, the item that I know I will not be necessarily trying during this video because it's not a makeup product, it is skincare, is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow AHA Night Treatment. It is to help for glowing radiance and smoothing. I don't think this is the one that like got really popular a while back, but it might be. I thought it was called something different than night treatment, but can't smell it through the packaging. Love the packaging with the little watermelons in it. Very excited about that because I did like the original like face, what was it called? Watermelon, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. So next we have the Wander Beauty, I know, Riviera Blush and Bronzer Palette. So I was actually kind of excited about this because the little duo that I have from Wander Beauty, is it up here? Yeah. It is up here, but I can't get it apparently. The Trip for Two is a really nice blush and bronzer duo. So I'm pretty excited for what is in this. Now in the pictures, it is called a blush and bronzer palette, but in the pictures it definitely looks like one of them is going to be a highlighter, so we're gonna see. So we've got our very nice, sleek, simple packaging. And then inside, this Amalfi shade, which is the first shade, that kind of orangey tone shade, is the one that I was saying looks like it could be a highlighter. But we're going to try them out, and we're going to go ahead and do that because there's nothing else in here. Actually, there is. So let's wait just a second because I do have something else for the cheeks. I was about to say there's nothing else in here that's going to go on my face, but there is. So let's go ahead and get that. And that is the YC Collection Authentic Glazed Liquid Highlighter. And I have a shade. I will show you. I guess there's no name anywhere on the packaging. Liquid highlighters can be really hit or miss. This one's a miss. I'm not even gonna wind up trying it because it is too deep for me. So I think it would be gorgeous for someone who has a deeper skin tone, but unfortunately not for me. I'm gonna go and get these last two items out of here, and then we can start trying stuff on. So the first thing in here, which we are gonna try on as well, is the Formula Z I Am So Pretty Shadow Stick Duo. And I have mine in Pretty Magic. Do you not? We're back here playing with necklaces. And then a new brush set from Ace Beauty. So I'm going to save the brush set for another day because I don't want to use them just to test this shadow. But we're going to try this shadow out. So it is a shadow stick on one end. And ignore how bad my nails look. And then the other end is like a liquid topper. So we're gonna see how it turns out. Let me find something with a mirror. We're just gonna go back to Wander Beauty. The other one, not the new one. And, all right. So, might need to take those off. I obviously have nothing on my eyes right now. So we're just gonna, okay. That comes out incredibly smooth. I want to see how it blends. I'll find a small blending brush. Okay, so it sets down pretty quickly. So if you wanted to blend it out, you'd have to get like right up in there, kind of as you're doing it. So you'd want to have the brush ready. But it does look really nice. Go ahead and do the other side to match. And then we can try out the like liquid topper side. And I feel like liquid shadows are really hard to accomplish. So I'm a little nervous for it. But let's see. So let me reopen it. It's really kind of awkward because it pulls out of the opposite end. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to put my brush down. I'm going to start just by tapping it over the top. I know sometimes using these and then using a brush kind of takes away most of the shimmer. I can see the shimmer on my finger more than I can kind of on my eye. Don't know how I feel about that, but yeah, not my favorite liquid shadow. Like there's a lot of it on my finger. So maybe this is one that I would need to use a brush with. Because I just from tapping it out, have a lot on my finger. But I like the color. It's nice and subtle, but it still has that little pop. Okay, now into the face palette. So for bronzer, I'm going to be using mostly this shade Capri. And then I'm going to go in with Positano, maybe, for blush. And then I am going to try this one as a highlighter. So we will see how that goes. But let me grab my brushes in the meantime. So we're going to go in first with that Capri shade, as I said, for bronzer. Quite a bit of kickback in this palette. That is really nice and pigmented. Take it up across the face. And then, ooh. Need to get a new filming chair, honestly. I want one of those chairs. I've seen them all over like TikTok and stuff. that are the crisscross applecross chairs, but friendly for plus size. I want one of them really bad. Probably right up there at my hairline. It looks a little funny. Ooh. Under my eye was smeared, and y'all didn't say a thing. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with the blush. Just going to gently tap in. Yeah, it has about the same amount of kickback. These are really, really pigmented. Like, I'm just 3 taps, a lot comes off. Tapping off. And then blending on. I don't know what's going on with the dark spot on my cheek. If you've noticed it, I'm sorry. And then I'm gonna... Okay, yeah, I feel like I could use that as a highlighter. Again, awful spot to swatch it, so I don't even know if you're gonna see that. But let's get... I'm gonna use this like fluffier brush. It's a Fara brush. And I'm going to just kind of tap down into it. And then take it across. Because the pink also has a little bit of shimmer in it. But this one is really shimmery. Yeah, I think that pulls off as a highlighter. It's obviously not as bright as some of the other highlighters I use, presumably because it's not meant to be a highlighter. But it definitely gives some glow. I'm going to put something on my lips because I feel like they look a little worse for wear. My glasses. That's what I was looking for. Just going to throw on some gloss. Whoa. That's stringy. Okay. So as simple as it was, that was my October 2023 BoxyCharm. You can maybe see why it wasn't like the most exciting box, especially like this year. We didn't have any like huge like oh my gosh items. I think the biggest oh my gosh item for me was the glow recipe, and it was actually one of the items that Ipsy had pre-selected for me, so that's pretty cool. It was that and the Wander Beauty. The other 3 items were my choice, so unfortunately me picking the highlighter did not work. But alas, you cannot tell colors sometimes on, like, I use my phone, so on the mobile versus real life doesn't always match up the way you think it's going to. So that is it. I'd love to know y'all's thoughts down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to see more of my content, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.